Hello and welcome to the London Property Diary. Leo tuko na mazuri. We want to show you a bit of landscaping, what to do for yourself, and we're going to talk to a professional who is an architect. He'll tell us your role that you play when it comes to construction and building. Karibuni sana to the show. I am your host, Naomi Mbuvi. Now, to start us off, we want to talk about urban planning and development control as a tool to manage that. With us, we have Architect Waburiri, who will give us more information and also tell us about your role as a citizen in terms of flagging buildings that have issues and the participation that you need to have when we have high-rise buildings. Architect, karibu sana to the show.
Thank you.
Please introduce yourself, tell us what you do.
My name is Salo Waburiri. Last time we talked, I was Wycliffe Waburiri. I'm an architect by profession. I'm also the chairperson of the Architects Chapter AAK. I also have another job. I am the president of East Africa Institute of Architects, a position I hold in high regard.
Recently, there was a ruling that was passed in favor of a developer. He can erect 16 floors. What's your take on that? Is that a good thing?
I think you have to look at it from two sides. The first side is on the developer side, and on the other side, the neighborhood. You are developing 16 stories in a neighborhood that maybe does not have services to sustain the 16 stories. So I can't really give you a direct answer, but I think the bigger discussion should revolve around development control and also just looking at the bigger picture of urban planning. Nairobi is suffering because there's no plan. The first attempt to do a new plan may not have succeeded. I think the discussion should be on planning more than the height. Height is a derivative of planning.
Okay.
Yeah.
What's development control?
Development control is a process by which we manage our buildings. Of course, our buildings are done on physical environment. So it's a process of managing those resources. I think you have seen the county government do approval processes. That is part of development control. We have neighborhood associations who give feedback on what's going on in the neighborhoods. That is plugging into development control, because public participation is an aspect of development control. So without being specific, I know Nairobi just needs regulation of development, which is primarily development control.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now, individuals and where you live, do they have a role to play when it comes to such decisions being made? Absolutely.
Just the other day, this Tuesday, the Nairobi City County was running a public participation on the proposed development control policy, which was a product of the first sessional paper by the County Assembly. And AAK was very vocal on development control and the measures that the public need to put in place to ensure that the public complies. I think we were very specific. We are not in support of that policy. And the reasons, I think, are in the public. We have to have the services. You live in neighborhoods. You want good roads, you want playgrounds, you want electricity, water. So if you speak out, your county is going to listen.
Yeah.
But if you don't speak out, they may not even know you have a problem. Especially if you are living in the informal settlement. You see there, where do kids play in the informal settlement?
Yeah.
And today, even what were called the leafy suburbs are small, literally changing into some informal settlements, and it's down to that lack of development control. Yeah.
And I've seen a lot of estates or residential areas have residents associations. Is there a role that they're playing?
They play a major role. For instance, Karengata is one of those big ones. We also have Kilimani Project Foundation is another one, Kiambu Residents Association. And what they do is primarily what I was talking about. They give feedback on development, and of course they are the beneficiaries or lack thereof. And therefore they are better placed to tell you whether the development happening in the neighborhood is in compliance with the county regulations. And there's something that I think we are not emphasizing as a country. The devolution was a good thing. We have county governments that need to come up with the county integrated development plans. So CIDPs. These CIDPs, as the name suggests, it's integrated physical development. So these CIDPs can guide on how to develop counties. Now, the problem is most counties don't have CIDPs. If I feel like I want to build in my village, I can come up and put up a storied building, 10 stories.
Yeah.
If I want to do a 2-storied building, I can do it. So there seems to be lack of the coordination. And therefore, the resident associations have an opportunity to contribute to that physical development initiative.
Okay. And still on buildings, we have a lot of people who are building, whether it's their residential homes or apartments or commercial spaces. What is the role of a professional, and where do we find legit professionals that are tackling quirks?
That is a very good question. Professionals are at the heart of construction. Built environment professionals, that is, should be at the heart of development. Why? If I've trained to design buildings, I am the person who you should come to. And therefore, AAK has a very robust program. We call it Jeuna Mjengo. It's a public awareness initiative where we talk to the public about the need to involve professionals. We ran an annual clinic. Last year, we were in Embakasi, Mihango, the Chiefs Camp, and we did a clinic. We were just informing the public about the need to involve professionals. Equally, we have, our doors are open at the Secretariat. The other day I received about 3 inquiries on need to have, on architects. And therefore, our doors are open. The public can literally walk into our offices. Equally, you can plug into our Jeuna Mjengo initiative.
And of course, tunaona kama quacks washaanza kazi because we have a lot of collapsed buildings. That maybe tells us something about the professionals being used. Where do I report these to if I suspect mjengo kuna shida? If
a building is faulty, go to the police. I think it's the easiest thing because police are supposed to ensure public safety. First of all, buildings collapse for various reasons. They do not necessarily collapse because of lack of a professional. But, and a big but, lack of involving professionals has contributed highest to those collapses. Also, we have programs that we have initiated as AAK. There's a program, a platform called Mulika Mjengo, literally shine a spotlight. It's really just a reporting platform. We don't police, we don't go and condemn buildings, but we offer a platform so that if you see something, you have an opportunity to say something. So Mulika Mjengo is that platform that we use, and it's an initiative that of course works in collaboration with the resident associations. And the feedback we receive, we send it to the bureau, the inspectorate, we send it to the county. We also have the MSAC, the multi-sectoral agencies coordinating committee. We even report to our own professionals. We report to the Board of Registration of Architects and Quantity Surveyors. So we work with very many players, and the idea here is to ensure that we have safety in our neighborhoods.
Okay.
Yeah.
All the time tunaambiwa ukiona mjengo mbaya, please report this. How do I know mjengo ni mbaya? What are the telltale signs of a building that is not proper? We
have the very first signs. If you're living in a building and you are seeing cracks, definitely there's something amiss with that building. So if you see cracks developing, especially vertical cracks, horizontal cracks, you can report that to Mulika Mjengo. You see a building that was condemned by the agencies, NCA or the county, usually they have an X sign. Please report that to the Mulika Mjengo initiative. If you see buildings that are being constructed at night, there's something,
fishy.
There's something fishy. And I see a lot of this happening lately in our neighborhoods where people are building. In fact, it is illegal to build at night.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, so those are some of the things you can look out for. Equally, if the project does not have a project board, there's a signage board that indicates professionals, it indicates the approval number. If it lacks one, potentially that project is being done illegally.
Sure, I think we all have a role to play when it comes to
Absolutely.
Mjengo.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for your time. Totally appreciate the insights kama kawaida.
Welcome to AAK,
Asante.
Home of Professionals.
Awesome.
Asante.
Well, something for you to take home. You have a role to play when it comes to construction. Either report a building that is faulty or seek professional advice when you need to do your own construction. Let me take a short break. I'll be right back.